This is the very last Virgin Atlantic Boeing 747, but most people know her as Pretty Woman. Before this 20-year-old bird left Virgin for good last December, I had the chance to have the last look at her. The first 747 took to the skies over 50 years ago, way back in 1970.
So this is really emotional for a lot of people who put their lives on this plane, with this plane, through this plane.
And since then, Virgin 747s have flown almost 70 million passengers. That's the whole population of the UK.
How are you?
Virgin Atlantic invited me to spend the morning with them, to say goodbye together to this beautiful aircraft. But I wasn't by myself this time. I just had to invite a friend that is also a huge fan of this airline and this aircraft.
And look at who we found on board. Do you know this guy? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Never seen someone look so excited to be on a plane.
Not going anywhere.
Dan was right. We weren't going anywhere, but we did have an action-packed day ahead of us on board. The very friendly and always cheeky Virgin cabin crew showed us around and shared some of the secrets of this pretty woman.
Okay, so this is galley 2, so 2 crew would be based in here for the economy service. And if you come in, we have a lift here where we would send carts up to the crew that were working on the upper deck. So this is quite, everybody loves the lift. You can see, yeah, of course, inside the lift. So that's the lift. It's actually upstairs at the moment.
Can we go up in it? No.
No. There's a rumour that someone was decapitated. I'm sure they weren't, and it wasn't on Virgin. Back in the day on a night flight, there's like a little gap here. So I used to sit on the stairs and I'd say through the gap, "Excuse me," and you'd see the crew member in here going, "Open the curtain, where's the passenger?" Scratching their head.
Something I've always wanted to see is the crew rest area of the 747. Luckily that day we had the chance to check it out for ourselves and have a little lay down.
So we used to have curtains on each of the bunks. So we would literally come up here, close those curtains and straight to sleep. There'd be no communication between anyone.
So right now we're in the crew rest area of the 747. You go to the back of the plane, up some stairs. It's very secret here, but we're very lucky to be in here. Dan's already in bed. Doesn't look like he's that relaxed yet, but we're going to try and have a little snooze. It's a bit hot, I'm a bit tired. I'm going to get into the bottom bunk and have a rest. Night. What would you do if I actually just like fully fell asleep? Fully fell asleep, you couldn't wake me up. It's just...
So we should shout, "Let's get up!"
The morning flew by like a jumbo across the Atlantic. Dan and I got to have one last sit in all the different cabins, comparing economy and premium and checking out the space, comfort and different styles.
Thank you very much.
With stairs on planes quickly becoming a thing of the past, we took lots of snaps on this iconic staircase, which will be very much missed. Now, it wouldn't be a TPG video without a challenge, so we had to have a cabin crew speed test to see who could close all the overhead bins and secure the cabin the fastest.
That was fail, big fail. Go on, back you go.
There was still one very special little place that we hadn't explored yet.
Dan, do you like sitting in this bit?
I mean, I wouldn't complain, but I think I'd rather be in the nose.
So one of the most special places to be on a 747 is right in the nose, and it's the thing that makes the 747 so unique. And this is where the upper class cabin is on this aircraft. I've actually flown right here in one of these seats all the way to Vegas, and it's really bizarre to be here back on the ground. But this is something that's going to be sorely missed when 747s depart from the skies.
There's nothing quite like sitting right up front in the nose of a 747. The feeling of exclusivity is second to none, and in the front row, because of the curvature of the nose, you can almost look straight ahead out of the windows. Having the chance to have one last breakfast in the nose was magical. I might never get the opportunity to sit and eat in this kind of spot again, so I was soaking up every single second.
The last remaining and very special thing to see on this aircraft is the cockpit, and it's quite old school in comparison to other aircraft. And there's buttons everywhere. I want to show you around because it looks like a hark back to the old school, and it's pretty amazing and very nostalgic. So we have with us now what was a real life Virgin Atlantic 747 captain. Do you think you can show me like 2 or 3 things that are unique to the 747 in here?
Well,
Or is there
there's
about
not many things anymore that are unique because most things that are good about the 747 have been copied onto the latest generations of airliner. But if I point to the four thrust levers, there aren't many aeroplanes anymore that have got 4 of those. And it has 4 of everything. So it's got 4 hydraulic systems, 4 electrical systems, which give it just a huge amount of redundancy. So things can go wrong with a 747 that would be flight ending in another aeroplane type, but in the jumbo you can keep on going. So
there you go.
So that's it.
And we're certainly going to miss these 4-engine aircraft. The thing that I think we're both most excited for right now is a photograph inside the engine. All my years of flying and all these events, I've always wanted to do it and never been able to do it. So I'm so excited. We're going to clamber in, Dan and I, and get our dream shots.
This was it, our last chance to get some epic photos with the Queen of the Skies. This got me thinking, what's next for Virgin? And what does the future hold in a world without 747s? There's no one better to answer this question than Cornel, who's the Chief Customer and
Operating Officer for Virgin Atlantic. And we're standing outside this gorgeous 747, and I want to find out from you, Cornel, how does this make you feel?
It makes me feel, on the one hand, proud. This was invented in the 60s and still brings back all those memories, evokes so much emotion, this plane.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful machine, so a bit sad.
I want to move on to like what's next. So this is such an icon and has been since day one of Virgin Atlantic. Yeah. The 747 has been central to it, but what's there to excite people, passengers, avgeeks? What's there to excite them coming up?
So much to look forward to. We are rapidly renewing our fleet with 350s. We're still taking deliveries of 350s. In fact, there's one outside the hangar right here. So the 350s are fantastic and giving a great customer experience, and of course are so much more sustainable than these beautiful aircraft.
And one more question, favorite aircraft ever?
Gotta be this one, the 74.
I think the answer's the same for me. Cornel, thank you so much.
Great to be with you. Thank you, Nicky.
All right, thank you.
How'd you like that?
That was a dream come true.
This was simply the most incredible day to experience as a die-hard avgeek. It meant the world to me to say goodbye to the Queen of the Skies in style. With the departure of this historic aircraft, I can't wait to see what's next in aviation to inspire and excite millions of travellers.